If you're interested in seeing more, let me know in the comments below. Number 1, we have Black Spider. The name itself gives away the inspiration behind this character. It's no secret that Black Spider was DC's attempt to rival Spider-Man. Making his debut in 1976, Black Spider shares striking similarities with Spider-Man, who swung into comics in 1962. Both characters boast comparable abilities like web-slinging and wall crawling. However, when it comes to their backstories, there are noticeable differences. Before becoming Black Spider, Eric Newton was a criminal who inadvertently caused his father's death during a robbery. But after a run-in with the law, he turned over a new leaf, dispensing his own brand of justice. While their moral compasses may differ, the fighting styles and iconic poses are unmistakably reminiscent of Spider-Man. With so many parallels, it's hard to deny the influence Spider-Man had on the creation of Black Spider. The second one on the list is Vision. This character presents a unique case where the adaptation became far more popular than the original. Many argue that Vision is essentially a copy of the Red Tornado. Both are red androids sporting capes and a bald head. However, the timeline adds an interesting twist. The Red Tornado made its debut in comics in 1968, whereas Vision appeared much earlier in 1940. So logically, Vision couldn't be the copy, right? Well, not quite. The Vision we know today bears little resemblance to his 1940s counterpart, who was actually an alien police officer fighting intergalactic crime. It wasn't until 1968 that Vision underwent significant changes, aligning more closely with the Red Tornado's design and storyline. The third one is Guardian. You might not have heard of him because he didn't become popular. The Guardian is a hero from DC Comics who doesn't have superpowers. He's like an American soldier with a fancy suit and a super strong shield. But guess what? He's basically a copy of Captain America. They could have just changed the colors of his suit and kept the same name. But even with that, the Guardian didn't become as famous as Captain America. It's okay to get ideas from others, but trying to copy someone exactly usually doesn't end well. We don't really need two Captain Americas, right? Let's talk about Deadpool. He's not your typical hero, but he's definitely a favorite among superhero fans. Now, here's an interesting thing you might not know. The Deadpool we know today, who first showed up in 1991, seems to be a lot like DC's Deathstroke, who appeared in 1980. Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool, is pretty much a copy of Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke. Their stories are quite similar too. Both got their powers from military experiments, including accelerated healing. They're both also pretty ruthless mercenaries. But here's the twist. Deadpool managed to stand out as a unique character despite all the similarities. In fact, his quirky personality and humor made him even more popular than Deathstroke. So sometimes being a copy isn't always a bad thing. Now we have Steel. I'm going to describe a character and you'll try to guess who Steel is copying. So here we go. Steel, also known as John Henry, was created in 1993. He's a smart billionaire engineer who designs and sells high-tech weapons to the government. When Superman died, Metropolis was overrun by gang wars. To tackle this, John came up with the idea of creating powerful armor in memory of Superman to fight crime. Sound familiar? That's right! Steel is an obvious copy of our beloved Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. Iron Man first appeared in 1963, a good 30 years before Steel. So it's pretty clear that Steel took a lot of inspiration from Iron Man. Now we have the Wolverine. He's one of Marvel's most iconic and beloved heroes, so it's a bit of a bummer to see him on this list. Wolverine made his comic debut in 1974 in an issue of The Incredible Hulk. But here's something interesting. Wolverine's creation was heavily influenced by a character from DC Comics called Timberwolf, who first appeared in 1964. Now, their stories don't match up perfectly, but the characters themselves share some striking similarities. Both have claws and superhuman abilities, and they're pretty similar physically too. So while Wolverine may be a fan favorite, it's clear that he drew inspiration from Timberwolf. Did any of the characters surprise you on the list? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're interested in seeing more content on this topic, let me know. If you're new here, you might have noticed that I recently started this channel. My goal for 2024 is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and I could really use your help to achieve that. Growing a YouTube channel can be quite challenging, and your subscription would mean a lot to me. By subscribing, you become a valued member of our community, and your support is essential for the channel's growth. Thank you in advance for your support.